2 never felt so bad, so good, so miserable, somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure. Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast. As we have listened to the head coach today, we've listened to Cole Kmet, we've listened to Kevin Byard, we've rewatched it or not rewatched it. I don't know where everybody's at on the show. I'm in the middle of just trying to figure out where we are at. Lance Briggs, Alex Brown, Herb Hauer, the CHGO Bears Podcast is real and alive and coming for you today. We got a ton to cover. Who is at fault? Where to go from here? And it goes literally in any direction you want to go right now. AB, you've slept on it. You've looked at it. You've thought about it.
Yeah.
First and goal at the 4, fourth and goal at the 1. Anywhere you want to start today in your mind that you're like when you woke up today, the biggest problem with the Bears is
assignment football, man. They gotta. You see it on both sides, right? You see it on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Whether it's offensive players not doing their job, whether it's defensive players, we saw guys running scot-free in that game. On the defensive side, we saw guys on offense not doing their job, whether that was blocking, whether that was picking up protection, whether that was making a throw on a guy wide open. Like you have to do your job, and we see too much of that where people aren't doing their job, and that's why you haven't scored as many points as you thought you were going to score coming into this season. You got a defense that even on a bad day, they're giving up 20 points. You should be able to score 20 points with the firepower on this offense. You should be able to, and you're not doing it.
That's right. Listen,
I'm just gonna sit here silent and let you guys go.
Yeah, my explanation is it's a little different. I think that
Of course it is.
It is. I think the biggest problem is people don't listen. They don't listen. And if we could go back to the draft, I know we can't, but we can go back to the doggone draft. This is deeper than just this. You know what I mean? There's the issues that are here are it's deeper rooted, and we talked about this. I said Alex talked about it. I talked about it. We talked about what with the draft capital that the Bears have and the positioning. Why aren't we focusing on protecting up front? It starts up front. We've said this over and over and over again. And when we saw the draft, we said, okay, that must mean that he's confident in what he has right now. Mm-hmm. That means he's confident in what he has. He believes that what he has right now with Braxton Jones, Nate Davis, and the situation that we have at the center, Ryan Bates, that he's confident that this group can get it done. Now, this last draft was loaded with offense and defensive linemen. So if there was ever an opportunity to get to shore up your offensive line, it was this past draft. And so I've been a big fan of Poles, and I said, listen, whatever decision he makes, hey, it is what it is. We're still we're gonna have a chance. We're gonna ride with it, but you also have to say, listen, all of the decisions that we make aren't the right ones, or it's not going to work out.
He's not going to bat 1,000. Like, come on.
I need you to bat 250.
I mean, he is batting 250.
I need you to bat 250.
Stop it.
The wins determine the batting average.
But the wins don't always come like when you want them to come.
They better come before you get fired.
One of our better seasons. One of our better seasons started out in 2005. We started out 1-3, and we turned it around because we figured it out. Yeah. Right. So who's to say in the next game or two they don't figure it out, right? Like
that brings that batting average up then.
That's my biggest problem though, right? Because everybody on Sunday, everybody finally got what they've been waiting for. Got a 350-yard passing game from our quarterback, 53 passes, 363 yards, got his first 2 touchdowns, 2 picks to go with it. But that's what we all been clamoring for around here, right? When we going to get a 350-yard pass, where you got one? What that look like?
We still lost.
That's like 16 points to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's not – there's a lot of ways to win a football game, and you got to be willing to change things. And right now I'm not hearing a willingness to change things from Coach Eberflus, from Coach Waldron. Asked Coach Eberflus last night in the press conference, say, throwing the ball 55 times a game, that's what we want to do?
Well, let's not forget we ended the first half on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Okay, we missed the field goal. All right, we had a 4th down.
Why we missed the field goal?
Well, it was too long. Like, yeah, I mean, you giving
I asked him that too,
Cairo,
because
you're giving him a chance.
You aren't playing the way you need to play.
No, understood.
On 2nd and 3rd down, you got to do something to give you some insurance on that kick. 56 is the edge of his range.
That is right.
Sure.
That's his career long.
It is.
It would have been, right?
Right.
So you're on the edge of his range, either on 2nd or 3rd down. How about we pick up 3 or 4 somewhere?
Well, when we say we scored 16 points, we did. We had the opportunity. It's not like we only scored 16 points when we only had those opportunities. That 4th down call, I don't know what the hell. That 3rd down call, what were we doing? Like we had other opportunities to put points on the board, and we didn't do it. So this was the best I think we've seen our offense play up and down the field, having these opportunities to score. We didn't see this in the first game. We didn't see this in the second game. So the opportunities were there. We didn't capitalize on opportunities. And is it players or is it coaching?
And keep in mind, if you do a self-scout on the Bears, the Bears coming to this game against the Colts are going to say, okay, listen, the Bears offense, they can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball. Okay? We don't stop the ball very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to load the box and we're going to force them to throw. Because one of the things that we do, we struggle against the run, but if we put 8-9 in the box consistently, we will force them to throw, which leads to the 53 throws, because their defensive coaches are saying they can't beat us through the air. They can't beat us through passing throughout this game consistently. They haven't shown it yet.
So there's a lot that you guys just teed up there, and Charlie the Bacon guy, see you. I just can't this week. See you boys Sunday. Smashing likes for anger management. See, I think a lot of Bears fans are right there with our guy Charlie the Bacon guy. Like, I just can't with this. We're back here, and the Justin conversation's out there, sitting there 3-0 and 25 for 32, and he doesn't look like anything different than he looked here. They're just using him better there. That's really what's going on. But so I want to go to where you're dealing, Lance, with you're talking about Ryan Poles and the offensive line. Yes. Darnell Wright was supposed to be that dude. Top 10 pick. Has anyone really seen him be that dude? Is that unfair? Because
he was that dude. He was a lot better last year. I don't know what the hell's going on this year, but he was better last year.
They're not a cohesive unit on the front right now. You know what I mean? And it's probably the unit that's most important, that they're all working together. They're all on the same page. You have to gel. You had spring, you had summer, everything leading up, training camp leading up until now to get that kind of camaraderie, get that group to gel, and they don't look smooth. They don't look like they're communicating at all.
These, like, you just said it as far as what we should have done in the draft.
Yep.
You got to address the offensive line and the defensive line. Those are the two most important. I'm gonna say positions, but groups. Those are two most important groups on the football field, because the offensive line allows all of these stars to be stars, right? The receivers, you need time to get down the field. It can't be slants or outs all day long. You need time to allow plays to happen. You need running lanes when you hand the ball off to the running back. You need running lanes. The defensive line, just look last year. You see how much things changed when we got Sweat?
Yep.
How crazy things changed with one player. Now, I think that player is the left tackle on the offensive line. I think that changes everything. It allows everybody to be who they are. But right now, you're trying to either have the left tackle be something that he's not.
Correct.
Or you're putting pressure on Darnell Wright to be something he's not ready for.
So do y'all feel like Ryan Poles just trying to skate by for a year? He's like, let me stack up these weapons around while I have the opportunity, while Keenan's available, while Rome is sitting there, whatever. Let me try and get these pieces. And maybe I am building this thing backwards. I agree with you. Yeah. But you think he was just trying to skate by for a year? And if he was, is he taking too big a risk with Caleb?
I just think just like you said, I think you did it backwards. You do it based off the strength of. To me, you do it based off the strength of that draft. Yeah. The draft that's presented for you. There were so many talented offensive defensive linemen this draft that you had the opportunity to draft or to trade back, create more picks next year. There's as great as Rome Odunze is, there's going to be another one next year. There'll be another Rome Odunze type of wide receiver that they're going to say, hey, this is a generational type pick, and we loaded up on O linemen and D linemen this year, And because we traded back smart, we'll have an extra first or second round next year, right? And then we'll go get that star player that we can throw to now that we can protect and we can get to the pass rush.
Like if we just sit back and just say, you know what, at times we say we trust in Poles and you believe in what he's doing.
Sure.
So let's step back a second and say he did that evaluation as far as Rome Odunze and the offensive linemen that were available when we came up. And his deciding, like what helped him decide I'm going with Rome is that I don't think I'll find another Rome next year. I'm going to get him as opposed to the offensive lineman that I can get right now. Because the guy that
he's an offensive lineman.
No, right, understood.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Poles is an old lineman. Yeah, no, he wasn't
very
good.
But man, yeah, it's fine. Like you don't have to be good at football to know football. So
were we both there on the team at that time?
Yeah, we were.
We were both.
I don't remember him.
I remember.
I'm not gonna lie.
I seen you. You said we were both walking by. Me and you were talking on the way to breakfast, and we said, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, hey, what's up, man?
I mean, that don't mean I remember the guy. I don't remember him. I mean, I don't. I ain't going to sit up here like, what was that,
sat down with
2008?
I sat down. I typically sat down with everybody or all the young guys and stuff like that at some point during breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
No.
So we had
2008.
2008?
Well,
or 9? No, 2009.
Was it 2009?
I think it was 9.
Whichever year it was. Nah, I ain't sit down with him. I know I ain't sit down with him.
Do you know the other coach, the other player that was on that? Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman, yeah.
I think that might have been the same class.
He was in your linebacker room. Yeah. So, yes, you remember him.
Yeah,
right? But the O-lineman, I don't remember Poles. I'm sorry. I don't.
And great guy.
And I probably body slammed him, too. If you go to get you. Just saying.
No shade here, Ryan. It's a school that doesn't remember.
No, for sure. I mean, we love you now, but
got nothing
just
to do with
keep doing
anything.
your thing, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I think you have to make a decision when you're on that clock. You have to make a decision. And if Joe Alt was their guy, and they thought that was the only O lineman that they would take over Odunze, then you have to go with what you prepared for over the last 3-4 months, and saying that we have this guy rated here. And if he's gone, we're going with Odunze.
Or Ola Fashanu, who played with Caleb in high school.
Yes, but we don't know if he was that good.
You could tell they really wanted Rome. You could tell they really wanted Rome. They done their work. Ryan Poles earned the right to make the decision. They done their work. They really wanted Rome. He was right there.
And Rome looks good. Like so
he caused an interception.
Well, that's true.
You can't make that throw.
But he caused an interception, bounced off his doggone chest. When you top 10 now, come on now.
I mean that's a little bit rough, but sure. I mean if he was perfect on that play, that you could sure you could say that. But the point is that I think you could feel confident that Rome is going to be a good player in this league. So I don't think you can just make it just about that. The fact of the matter is, in the 3rd round, they drafted Karan Amagaji, who's on a redshirt year right now. You could have picked somebody who had been healthy last year, who you liked a lot, that could perhaps step in if needed. They didn't really do that. And he was active yesterday, which is also interesting. But here, I want to go back to what you said a little bit, AB. I don't know if you were trying to be like put some flowers on the set or whatnot, or if you actually believe it. Do you think that they are close to turning this? Because, you said that you guys started 1-3, and then all of a sudden you got hot. Do you see a team that is close?
I've seen a team from the beginning of the season be a completely different offense. You go from throwing under 100 yards, or he threw, I think, for like 112 or something his first game, and now he's over 350. He's the only quarterback and this is crazy, but he's the only quarterback in the NFL that have thrown over 350 yards this year, which is, so he was throwing the ball. Everybody throws the ball, but I think they are moving towards that. I think the defense is good. I think they have to figure out what they do well in the run game and how can they distribute this football to their playmakers on the outside. It's not 5-step, 7-step drops because you can't block that long. So you got to figure something out. You can't keep telling the offensive line to block 7-step drops, knowing they can't block 7-step drops. Now it starts to go on the coach. Why the hell you keep calling it if they can't do it?
You're also in a league where you don't have the personnel right now to say, okay, we can center our offense around this player, that player right now. Right now, we have to figure out how we can take advantage of what this defense is presenting to us. Or what we're going to get into this week. All right? If that means that, listen, we're going to run the ball in between the tackles, 35 times, that's what we have to do. If that means that play action, we're going to set play action off of that. That means that it's going to be a big day for Rome. It's going to be a big day for DJ, big day for Komet. Whatever it takes based off of what that defense is presenting is what we have to be better at.
Rome had the big day. DJ didn't have a big day. Without that last catch just for half, he didn't have a big day.
Hey, hit the like buttons for LB, for AB, for
Hit it
Herb.
for AB and Herb, man.
And
this joker right here, man, we got to talk to him.
We got
talk to him off air, man.
I want to come back and talk about something that Matt Eberflus said today about the 4th and goal at the 1, which I thought was super interesting. Shout out to our friends at Circus Sportsbook, where I donated money yesterday. Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circus Sports Illinois. I am not going to be putting any money on DeAndre Swift for any overs for the rest of the season. Circus Sports, it's sports betting the way it should be. Circus Sports Illinois, high betting limits, low holds, exceptional customer service that you know and love. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, in-game. They got it all. Circus Sports has it. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. You got to be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And if you want to go to a game, use our friends at Game Time Picks. Game Time has a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks. It makes it easier than ever to get the tickets for your favorite event. It filters out the stuff to show you only the incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through 1,000 of tickets. Like, what's the best buy right now? What's the best play I can get somewhere in the stadium for the value? They do that for you. It's a great feature. They also will hook you up with seat views so you can get a good feel for where you're looking at. Lowest price guarantee. Game Time is going to credit you 100% of the difference. Say you see something better on another website in the same section, they'll give you that same seat, and they'll throw on 10% for you. So that's a beautiful thing. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Redeem code is $20 off. Redeem code is CHGO. Gets you that 20. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time.
Thank
Game
you.
time.
That I understand the enthusiasm right now.
It's one of Randy Brown's greatest contributions to this city, man.
It is true. And well, Cliff Levingston had that originally now. Just
Did he?
shout out.
That's facts. That's facts.
Shout out 91 Bulls.
Second 3P.
But, okay. Look, it's 4th and goal at the 1. They've seen this look from the Colts all week. And they've got this play that they practiced. They get up there. Colts show him a different look. Caleb comes out of the huddle. There's 10 seconds left on the play clock. Doesn't feel like he has enough time to switch anything. Runs the play. Adam Hogue, our guy, asked the Flus, hey, you had 3 timeouts. Why not use one there? Flus's response was that, well, they broke the huddle at 10. They snapped it at 5. And we've got to, in essence, let the quarterback operate. So he put his trust in the rookie QB who didn't feel like he had enough time to audible. How much, when you hear that explanation, does it make sense, or do you question what in the world are you doing, Matt Eberflus?
If you had a play that was already, that you knew you wanted to run, why are you breaking the huddle at 10? Why aren't you breaking the huddle earlier so you can see they come out, they give you that look? Now you have time to say, this isn't the look we're looking for, timeout. All right, now most quarterbacks, yes, but as a rookie quarterback, coaches, help them out. All right? Help them out. That's not the look we were looking for. Timeout. Let's because we're inches away from the end zone. This is the closest we've been in 3 weeks to scoring offensively. Let's put some heavy value into this. Call timeout and let's regroup.
That's on Waldron a little bit, because that can't be your best play.
Can't be.
To get a yard. That cannot be your best play. I mean, we're talking about you need to be downhill. Let's go right now. That's the 3rd and 4th down play should have been the exact same play. You put that on the offensive line. I want to go back because I know we're going to talk about this 4th down a lot. Let's go back to the previous 4th down and 1 or 4th down and 2 I think they had, and it was in the middle of the field or so, and it was a run play. And Caleb
threw it out,
and DJ were on the same page, and he threw it out. And that was something that he called. That was something that he made a decision on in a big play in the game. So I think he's growing. I think we're going to see him continue to grow as a player at the position. But there's some bumps and bruises. I mean, you just got to go through it. I mean, he's going to get to where we want him to be. But right now, we're just at the point we want to see it, like right now. And it's like, well, he's going to get there.
Well, I think you can have it both ways, though, AB. I think it's cool that he was able to recognize the corner was off DJ. We'd take that all day long, right? But at the same time, when they putting it on him to make that decision down on 4th and goal, when it's the first time we've been there all year, the coach has got to be more involved in that, right? And even if we leave the 4th and goal alone, second, third down. We got problems, man.
Yeah.
You got 165-pound DeAndre Carter one-on-one blocking the edge defender.
Mm-hmm.
Where that's gonna work?
It's not.
It's not.
Nowhere. You let him block you?
No,
hell no, right? You're gonna walk him straight into that running back like he did.
Agreed.
Like it don't make sense.
Only
Why y'all
Hines
doing this out of
Ward.
11 personnel every single time? Y'all go 3 straight plays, 11 personnel. The only thing that worked decent was the Wildcat. He gets you down to the 1. Then you stay in 11 personnel again. You get DeAndre Carter ass walked into the running back, and then you had the other play where they kind of looked like they had an option on the second down play, and maybe Caleb should have kept it. Right, the end kind of held up a little bit. Maybe he should have kept it if it was a true read. I don't know, but the personnel was bad. Then you finally go 13, and when you go 13, it's to try to get out to the edge. Right. They didn't have the numbers on that anyway. At best, they had 5 on 5, 5 on 3 blockers plus the 2 backs. Right? At the very, very best situation he was going to come out with was DeAndre Swift one-on-one with a running back when he's catching the ball at the 5 or 6 yard line. Like, that's the best they could have did.
Right.
It was far more likely that they was going to have the outcome that they did have than that they was going to score on that play.
They refused to push. They refused to just push.
To
Double
move a
down,
man.
move a man.
Just
Move
line
them,
up,
line
man.
up and move them.
It's simple, stupid football. Moving a man that don't want to be moved. That's what happens on 4th and 1 at the goal line. You have to move a grown man
Yes.
that don't want to be moved.
Right.
Like right now, if we got up right now, Carmen, I was like, hey, you going to give me that seat. And you like, what you going to say?
Carmen,
you ain't going to say? No, you got to play along.
Okay.
Nah, but you ain't getting my seat.
That's right. You're not getting the seat. I'm top. Right here. 5'10", 160, 180.
And that's how the Colts D-line was the first 2 weeks.
Yes.
It was you on him, like, I ain't moving.
Right.
Yes, you are.
Like, you ain't moving. Yes, you are. Come here.
Yeah.
And you get up. That is the essence of football, especially when it comes down to 3rd and inches, when it comes down to winning football games.
Just win the
when
game.
it comes down,
games.
we talk about all this throwing the ball. When the playoffs come, it comes down to these little moments where you can pick up a first down,
Or you
or
can't.
not, and then give them the ball back. Look at look at the Eagles and the Eagles and the Falcons the other day, right? They couldn't pick up that first down. You get a ball back to Cousins, and Cousins drive down, wins the damn game. If you pick up that first down, ball game. You have to be able to do this.
This is when you get that cohesive offensive line unit. They know exactly what we're coming downhill. Hey, listen, everybody. Hey, here we go.
But you also need some dogs in there, though. You need some dogs in there.
Yeah.
We ain't got no dogs. We might have a couple.
But AB,
can we
find out though?
Poodles, huh?
Can we find out?
We gotta find out.
Like we keep running
out.
out of 11. We keep running out of shotgun, single back. At least give me and you get the people who like, oh, they can't run the ball. It's only they averaging 2 point this. Listen, I'm not saying doing it just to do it. It don't matter just what you do. It's how you do it.
Agreed.
Can we actually line up? Can we get some bigs in here? And can we push this thing forward? Don't tell me, oh, they did run it 35 times and they ran stretches and they ran. Hey, man, this way.
Yes.
This way. Can we get in some formations that are favorable to us and run the ball? Don't tell me we did it just because you did it.
Yes.
No, I don't need that.
But therein lies we got rid of one coordinator for another one that's very similar to the one that just left, thought process wise. So you know what I mean. So we talked about this last year and the year before about, hey man, can we run the ball like we need run formations and running the ball. Well, we're in the same situation, saying the same things again.
But I want to go back to Flus. Do you think that he's sitting there on the sideline and sees that, the Colts are not doing what we were hoping they were doing, what we worked at? Do you think he sees it?
He has to.
Okay, so he has to. But
He's a defensive guy.
Okay, so you're saying that he does. You both gave me the look like I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody sees
That's
it.
a trick
Somebody
play.
sees it as soon as they break. But again, they broke it at 10 seconds.
Right.
They called the play at 10 seconds. And what they're thinking is they're going to get this look that they wanted,
right?
And they're not going to have a lot of time. Or the defense is not going to have a lot of time to make any adjustments, and they're going to come out and they can run it. So now you break it 10. By the time you get down to 5 and you see, oh shoot, they're in a different formation. We need to call a timeout right now.
True.
If somebody from up says, hey, coach, call a timeout. Call a timeout.
And they're on the goal line. The coaches got to be at least at the 30.
Yeah,
they're not that close.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This all pissed me off.
well, right. Well, it's good because I think that's where like 99.9% of Bears fans are at right now. But my point is that look, what if Matt Eberflus, give him credit on like when the Bears are bad, this dude doesn't get down. He stays positive. He comes in every day. We're going to move it forward, and he's going to stay steady and whatever. The Bears last year could have been a 4-win team. They wound up being a 7-win team. So I'm going to give the Flus credit for that. However, in the moment, whether it's calling timeout because you don't know that you were going for 2 and you weren't set up for that, or just any little like assessment of what is happening in the moment.
Carman,
we haven't seen that.
We sat here on week 1 after they beat the Titans, and we talked about the adjustments that they made in the second half. And I gave them credit. I said, listen, he's built a culture. They like him, all that. I said, what matters is, can you impact the game for them 60 minutes on Sunday, right? And we gave him credit for that in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that this week. That didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were opportunities for the coach to impact the game. And if you ask me, it's the Cairo missing the field goal. It's the timeout that you wasted after a touchdown, which is insane. It's that whole goal line sequence. That, like, it's just too many things that in this particular game, I can't give Flus the credit for helping this team out.
And let's take it even further. Going back to a week ago, the red flag penalties.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's the penalty that happened right in front of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
challenges.
The challenges. There's an operational system amongst these coaches that have to be a lot better. We're at the highest level. We should be sharper. Sure. You know, you see it on almost every other team, except somehow the Bears find a way to screw it up.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, look, you can't not know you're going for 2. This is the NFL. This is not high school. This isn't junior college. We got
to communicate. It don't take that much communication.
Right,
we're down 11.
And I've heard some people say, well, he's also being the defensive coordinator and he's calling plays, so that's too much. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's situational football. You have to be prepared for situational football. And so as soon as that goes in, hey, coaches, we get this ball in this end zone. We're going for 2 right now.
The play should have been called 3 plays before then. Somebody should have already picked out what that play was.
Yep.
Right. Well, okay.
He's a defensive coordinator, man.
Right.
So it's not like mind-blowing that he can't, that things are slipping by him, right? It's not like you
got to hire the guys. You got to hire the guys on the other side that are sharp.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So as soon as they get in that end zone, you already hear it. Hey, we go for 2. Everybody celebrate. No. We're going for 2 right now. Right now.
Right.
Because we're focused on what we got to do. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't have time for any of this other BS.
Now, to be fair, I'm not going to sit up here and act like Lovey knew everything that was going on the offense either. Okay? So Lovey knew what the defense was doing. He knew what the special teams was doing. The offense, no.
Well, Lovey made a few. He made a few calls.
Lovey ain't made
They brought it on the board. Remember, they gave you the option. Which one was the Lovey call?
He make the offensive calls, man. But to just being fair with that, like even Blues, I would have liked to see when they make a call on defense and you got guys, receivers, Alec, what's the guy name? What's the receiver name?
Pierce.
Alec Pierce running wide open. That's not Eberflus' fault.
No.
The defense was called. Why is the guy running wide open? We paid the guy $100 million.
That's Jalen guessing the route.
You guessing on routes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Don't guess on routes. If you guess, you better guess right. Or we're going to be in this situation where I'm going to talk about you. That's just it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they pay you a lot of money, right?
They pay you a bunch.
That's why he got that pick later, because they pay you a lot of money.
To be that dude. But yes, agree. They paid you to be that dude because you are that dude. So we need you to be that dude, especially in games that are close. We can't have those type of plays. Right. We can't have those type of plays. So I need more from the defensive line. I saw a lot of one-on-one blocking. We weren't getting to the quarterback. Like, I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of people sticking on blocks. You're not Velcro, son. Get off the block. Like, get off the block, man. Shed a block and make a play.
Some of these young guys have never heard Velcro. They don't know what Velcro is.
They don't know what Velcro is?
No.
It's that sticky stuff.
It's that sticky stuff, yeah.
They had the shoes.
Here you go.
See, the problem is y'all need to stop ordering your shoes online and go to Payless. They get them three for $49.99.
Not the orthopedic joints.
Not with the payroll the NFL has now.
They ain't gonna go.
No.
So they ain't gonna never see the.
They don't even put their own shoes on anymore.
Oh my god!
Come on, man.
Oh,
they're making big money.
They got the Gucci slippers with the fur in the back out.
Right.
Oh, with the fur.
They got the Gucci slippers with the fur and the heel out. You know,
with the diamonds and the little things.
They got NIL in high school. You can make $133 a month.
Stop it.
You can make $133 a month in high school.
You would have been big on Insta in high school now. You would have had a whole thing there, AB. You would have been cooking.
Listen, man. I'm glad I was born when I was born because we caught hell trying to stay out of trouble with $30 a month. You gonna give me $100,000?
You ain't lying.
Dog it, boy, I'm telling you, it would have been terrible. We'd have been a mess.
All right, we're gonna do Lance's grades coming on back here. We got a ton to do, but I do want to say hello to our friends at Ray C DJR. Before you hit the road this fall, head to Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Start your adventure there. It is September. For another week or so, shop the new lower prices across their huge inventory. That's during the Jeep Adventure Days that's going on right now. For a limited time, hook yourself up with the new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, $239 a month for 27 months. That is a beautiful price right there. Or you can shop over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000, which is a beautiful thing as well. Let the amazing team at Ray C. DJR help you out during each of your car shopping journey moments with the Ray Price Promise. The numbers you're hearing now, same prices you can expect when you shop in store or online. It's because the Ray Price Promise means no price changing, no add-ons, no hidden fees. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, then you have to check out the team at Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram because they're the only team that we recommend. Visit them today on Route 12 in Fox Lake, or if you need some more information, visit Ray CDJR in Fox Lake or raycdjr.com. Serving the community since, anybody? I'll do it. 1963.
1963, baby.
Bears won championship.
Good year.
Yes.
And also, ZBiotics, you are the best. I'm trying to hook you guys up with the game-changing product. When you come up for our tailgates, listen, this is what you do. If you want to go out drinking, feel good the next day, this is what you got to do. Okay. You take a little ZBiotic before you go out, right? It's called pre-alcohol. Just get ahead of yourself. You know you're going out. You know you're going to have a good time. This is the surefire way to feeling fresh after a night of drinking with the pre-alcohol. Every time you do it, you're just going to come back. You can go out, you can have all the fun you want, and then the next day you're functioning at a high level. You're functioning like AB right now. You're crushing it like Lance. Look at her. Probably got hammered after the game right now, but he
I got to be ZBiotics now. I used to be able to just wake up and go. Now I got to pre-game to pregame.
Yeah. So I kept hearing about the pre-alcohol and wonder what it's actually like. I've tried it. Trust me. Believe in the hype. And with their GMO technology, they will release different products that help address toxic byproducts of modern living in the gut. We don't want that. So go to zbiotics.com, zbiotics.com/CHGO Bears. You're going to learn more, and you're going to get 15% off your first order when you use that code CHGO Bears at checkout. ZBiotics, ZBIOTICS, is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they are going to give you your money back. No questions asked. Lance, you're up. Let's hear the grades, baby.
And roll.
Professor.
Yes.
No.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
My favorite segment.
Dude. All right.
Not only for the grades, but before the fight about the grades too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the good thing is offensively, we saw much more the best production that we've seen this year. C+. I had to give a C+. I wanted to give it higher because if you don't score more points,
I'm actually shocked.
You don't score more points, it would have been a little bit higher.
Shocked you gave him a C+. I am shocked.
Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Woo!
I am shocked.
You thought it was going to be lower?
I thought it would be a D-. I was going to be mad at you.
No, come on, man. 363 yards of offense. Mm-hmm. That's impressive. That's impressive.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Yep. Obviously we wouldn't want the picks, but
right.
And we want more points. More than anything else, we want more points. The numbers are good, but we need more points to win this game. The Indianapolis Colts is a team we should have won.
63 yards on the ground, LB.
Yeah. This is also a team that was loading the box. Okay. They're forcing you to throw. They're telling you can't beat us with your arm. Defensively, let's rock and roll with I had to give them a B. I said a B. When you look at it, listen, they held them to under 200 yards passing. Although they had 50 yards rushing, which is not good. And there were some gaps. Guys were peeking, this and that. But you know what? Listen.
Blown coverages.
Also, they did take the ball away. They did take the ball away.
3 times?
They took the ball away.
3 times? Because the number is 3.
The number is 3.
Did they meet the number?
No. No, they did not.
All right, so they failed on.
But on third down, they were 3 of 12 on third down. They were 3 of 12 on third down. They were 0 of 1 on fourth.
So they passed the third down one.
Yes.
They passed that. They failed the rushing yards. Passed the passing yards. Under.
Yep.
And then points?
No.
So they failed on more than they succeeded on.
Yep.
But they got to be, huh?
They got to be.
You need to stop it.
They got to be.
You need to quit.
What would you?
You done got soft.
Look at the microphone.
You
see that microphone keeps drooping on me like that. Look at that thing.
Because the mic don't want to hear what you got to say either.
He just said you didn't get soft.
The mic don't want to hear what he got to say either. They should be at a C-. because you miss all that. You still gave your team a chance to win.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, no.
You
can't miss all that.
Well, if you're gonna, I want you to go a little further. Then, who on the defense do you think? I mean, are you looking more up front? You looking in the secondary? who you knocking down this week?
I don't think it's just one person. I think it was like Lance said, you got the defensive line, one-on-one blocking. You're trying to get off of that block. You got to get off blocks. You got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. We can't have guys running scot-free in the secondary. We can't have it. So and it happened on more than one occasion. So we're talking about everybody. We're talking about missed tackles. We're talking about guys jumping out of gaps. That's why a patient running back is able to find these holes and get through and make big plays against us, just like Jonathan Taylor was able to do.
You know how many tackles the linebackers had? 9. 5 for Tremaine, 2 apiece for TJ and Sanborn, which is surprising.
How many times they ran the ball?
That's a good question. Hold on.
How many times they ran the ball? 40?
They ran it.
They had a buck.
They
50.
averaged 5.7. I know they averaged 5.7, almost 6 yards, which is bad.
Play?
It wasn't their best. It wasn't. It certainly wasn't T.J. Edwards' best.
So not the linebackers. So it wasn't their best today. The DBs, it was their best. It definitely wasn't the D-line best, but they got a B. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out this grade.
So they had like a buck 50 something on the ground, right?
33 rushes.
33 rushes.
23 for Taylor. Well, and I mean Anthony walked out of there 8 times.
Yeah.
And Sermon Cushion
a
couple
times.
times.
Count that.
Okay.
We counted last year when we were talking about what Fields did. We counted the rushing yards. You can't.
So you had Jonathan Taylor's touchdown run. You had the other running back had busted up the left sideline.
Jonathan Taylor's run too. That T.J. Edwards needed to crash down on that. He needed to crash down. He bounced back.
That jump cut was nasty.
Right. You said it. Yeah.
That jump cut was nasty.
For
sure. So
fine. I mean, you don't change your grade. So go ahead.
That's true.
Whatever.
That's true. And I'm glad I didn't need to say it. All right.
A couple short fields too.
Yep. There we go. Special teams. Special teams. I'm giving a B. Now I know that we stress Cairo. But hey, we had some field goals that were kicked. That was really important to us staying in the game and having an opportunity because we weren't able to punch it in offensively.
Cairo's going to get some chip shot opportunities if things don't change.
Correct.
Yeah, and he should. I asked Luce about the field goal thing in the press conference, and he kind of snapped at me a little bit. He was, well, we're not chasing field goals, we're chasing touchdowns. In this league, field goals get you beat. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure Houston beat y'all with field goals 8 days ago. I was there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure y'all lost the field goals last week. Like, don't play with me, man. Like, I get it, but like, let's be for real. Get him some insurance on that kick so he can make that kick. That matters. You talking about that? Those 3 points there. You got the 3 points from the interception down near the scoring area, and you got the 3 points from the failed goal line situation. We talking about at least 9 points. We win the damn game.
Right.
Don't tell me field goals don't win the game.
Let me ask you this from a coaching standpoint too. Let's just say, okay, you run the 3 plays down at the goal line, you don't get in like they did. It's fourth and 1. Instead of doing whatever the hell they did, they kick the field goal there, and he goes in and off at halftime. And I know that huge adjustments aren't being made, but he gets up in front of either the coaches or that group. Hey, I am never gonna bet on you guys until you prove to me something along those lines that 3 times we can't get in. I'm gonna start kicking field goals if y'all don't step it up. Something along those lines. Would that be completely ridiculous on the NFL level?
You never want to say I'm not gonna bet on. I'm not gonna bet on you guys. That I understand what
I need
saying.
More.
Absolutely, I need more. We need to get the ball in 3 plays.
Yeah,
you have 3 plays to get the ball in when we're in that red zone, and that's our responsibility. That's our responsibility to do.
On a Wednesday, when you come in on Wednesday, a good way to say that is when they come in on Wednesday, have about 2 guys that weren't in the first team rotation. Have 2 new guys in that first team rotation. You want to light a fire into somebody? Now they over there standing by the coach when the first team going. Oh yeah, I've been in that position. It was a fire league.
So when they say, hey, ones go. No, hold on.
Hold on.
Roshan, you go.
Yeah, Roshan.
No, you stay right here, huh?
Yeah, so it's a problem, man.
Yeah,
that's how you can do it.
So that okay, that was interesting because somebody texted me today. Part of the offensive line problem is there's no competition right there. That there isn't the guy that
there's a level of being comfortable in your position, and we can't run the football, but we keep seeing the same guys run out there. Either you don't have anybody to push them, or I don't know. Are you paying any of these guys so much that you can't move them out of there?
No,
like
you're not.
There has to be something. You tell me. I heard on. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday this week that we heard Eberflus say there were no changes going to be made.
Right.
You damn near got Caleb killed last week.
Yep.
And you tell me ain't no changes? You mean you tell me you went back and you watched that film and you said, yep,
No
we're going to
changes.
go in there next week just like this.
Yeah,
Mike
we're just going to be
different,
better.
man.
We're going to be better.
I don't care what y'all tell us at the podium. Like, say whatever you want to say to the media, fans,
Yeah.
radio. Say whatever you want to say. You better go in there and tell somebody something.
Thank you.
Because they got that boy killed damn near.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Last night, he like, oh, we encourage. Okay, you go be encouraged in this press conference. Go be something else in that locker room.
I don't know if you saw it, but last week, Caleb chipped his fingernail. You guys didn't see it?
You know what?
He did.
See,
That guy- he
what
got
is
hit
your,
so much
what's
that
your
he
coaching
chipped-
grade, man?
he
Stop.
got- he got
Stop.
hit so much
Because
that he
you're
chipped his
always
finger.
doing this.
Before we get off special
You're
teams,
always
though,
doing this.
that punt, right? I know the Bears got away with
Yes.
it, but
Yep.
that thing got tipped probably.
Oh, no, it definitely got tipped.
That thing got tipped
Oh,
probably.
it definitely got
couldn't reverse the call on the field. It wasn't obvious like that on the replay.
Well, see, I thought his hand moved. I thought you saw it. I mean, but they didn't see it.
They didn't
I'm
see
sure
it.
they got
And he still
they
hit it
got
like
every angle.
65 with the tip.
Hey, man,
Sure
dude,
did.
hey, that's why you draft a punter.
Yeah, but
That's why you draft a punter, man. He can do it. What is this? What is the coaching?
All right,
grade,
coaching.
man?
Coaching grade. Coaching grade is a
This gonna
D
be- oh,
minus.
My goodness.
D minus.
How does this work? Offense is a C plus. The defense is a B. The special teams is a B. But the people that gave them the game plan,
Yep.
they got a D.
They got a
How
D.
is this?
Listen, we chose to go for it on fourth with a terrible play instead of kicking it. We had an opportunity to get 9 points, just like Herb was saying. We had an opportunity to get 9 points. That gets us in the win.
The fourth down, you're talking about the
All I'm saying is,
okay. I watched
Decisions-
that. I watched that
decisions
fourth
were
down
made.
play. I watched that
Decisions were
fourth
made.
down play.
you said
And
kick it.
I would have. Yeah, I probably would have kicked it.
Okay.
I probably would have kicked it.
That's all.
But we didn't, and we call a play. There are 4 offensive linemen laying on the ground.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
There are 4. I'm pretty sure when they made that call, they didn't say,
You lay
hey, this
down.
the play. I need all 4 of y'all on the ground. Like,
When
I'm
you say-
telling you,
when
like, come on, man.
When
This
coaching,
is-
when you say, hey, we had a play we thought would work against this defense. We break the huddle at 10 seconds. At 5, they come out and they give us a different look, and we don't call a timeout. That's not has zero to do with those guys that are up there.
man,
The
can
coaches,
we put that up?
The
Do we
coaches.
have that steal shot of all 4 of these cats on the damn ground?
Nah.
Because if all of these guys on the ground is manned up on a block, don't tell me that this isn't the look that would work. Like, it ain't work because
Call
we got
timeout.
4 linemen on the ground. That's why it didn't work.
I agree with you, AB, but I still think, and just the numbers of it, if they all had blocked them dudes up, I still think they was outflanked, and I still think the best you get is one-on-one with the running back and the linebacker. I still think that's the best look you're going to get out of that, and I feel like it was a special play. Y'all put in a special play for a special look. If you don't get that look, scrap it. Scrap it.
Scrap.
We call this for a specific look. If we think we're going to get it. If we don't get it, that's cool. Just scrap it. And we could have been more comfortable scrapping and going with that timeout, but like we ain't really been managing timeouts well.
How many times in the history of football do you think a team has had 4th and goal at the 1 and ended up losing 12 yards? Is that 3 times in the history of football?
Speed
I mean-
option left.
If you've been in Chicago long enough, I don't know. But most cities,
No,
most
we had
cities,
one.
right?
We had one where we played. No. I'm talking about for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Tried to go 4th and 1, and we hit them in the backfield. So that's one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're just talking about the Bears.
I get that it happens, but on a run play, to
run
lose 12 yards on a run play
Not
is
losing
something.
12 yards. I mean, he was just trying to make something happen at that
I understand because
point,
he was dead. So he's
Yeah,
like, I got.
yeah.
But I'm sure he could have taken a
I
6-yard
think
loss. But
the play call itself was dumb, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was dumb. You don't have to be that creative. Be simple, stupid. We need a yard. We need 1 yard. We got 5, and then you add it. Look at this.
It's bad.
Look, this is what I'm talking about.
It's bad.
What? No, man.
It's bad.
Oh, goodness.
There are guys on the ground.
There's no way this play is gonna work when you got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, offensive linemen on the ground. It ain't gonna work. And then
The only other
Where-
offensive lineman is trailing
where do you
the
think-
5 defense.
correct. Where do you think Swift's supposed to go here?
Yeah, that's dead in the
You
water.
gotta go against the grain. You gotta
Reverse
plant
field,
that
you
reverse
reverse
field.
field.
They gotta get up
But look though,
Stop it.
and dive his knees. They go to bite.
the first problem with it for me, AB, hey Steven, can you bring that back up? Because the first problem with that whole thing for me is look at where DeAndre Swift is when he catches the ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Look at where the line of scrimmage is. You see the line of scrimmage, the blue line across the 1 yard line?
No chance.
Why do we go from the line of scrimmage to the person we giving the ball to 6 yards away from that.
Well, you know
That's
what?
insane.
But you know what? Didn't we start in shotgun?
Yes, and we ran speed option left. It doesn't make sense. Get under center. You got 3 plays to do this. Once Khalil got you to the 1, you got 3 plays to do this, man.
Swift ain't even in the game at this point for me. He's not even in the game. Rowe's in the game, and we're running the ball downhill. I'm running the ball behind. I draft you top 10. Son, we coming right behind in your gap right here. I'm coming right to this gap. Let's go.
And we'll do it 3 times in a row.
Correct. Let's ride.
And if y'all stop us 3 times in a row, we'll tip our cap, and then y'all go 99 on
Thank you. And then I guess what? When we get in that position again, we're going to do it again. Because we have to establish some type of identity, and doing this type of crap, this does not establish any type of identity.
There's absolutely nothing that DeAndre Carter offers you on goal to go from the 1 yard.
Absolutely not.
He's not big enough for a fade, and he's not strong enough to block nobody.
Correct.
He offers you nothing on. No disrespect to him. Yeah. Good kick returner, useful on the team. He offers you nothing down there.
Like, these are on the defensive side. We have different players for different positions or different situations. So on goal line, you off. You know you off the field.
Say what you do.
Hey, Vasher. Vash, we love you.
All due respect.
But you know you off the field. Come goal line. You know that. Like, we know that Briggs is gonna be on the field.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there are certain
let's
guys.
Get Stephen Pius in there. Let's get you know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
Like, let's go.
Like, if you're a fast linebacker, all right, you 225 pounds. This ain't nothing. The goal line, the 907.
This big boy.
That ain't for you. You ain't got the big boy pants, you know. But they have to practice, and I think it's a way of how they go about practice. And I think these are situations that you have to do in training camp to figure out what we're good at. If we need that yard, we will need that yard during the season.
Yes.
When we need that yard, who do we run behind? And we have to know that.
Bro, you remember when they threw out goal line? You remember when they threw out goal line and they said, we're just running under?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and he said, and Lovey said, we're just running under. And I remember the D-line, they turned back, it's like, you know how small we are? we don't have a goal line?
I did not like it because you telling me now, I like playing in space. Now, the goal line come in, that means you got me lying head up on this tackle or head up on this tight end with this tackle hitting me here. Oh, my gosh. I wanted no parts of that. But
you a dog.
Because I don't want to be taken off the field for anything.
Damn right.
I am that runner, that running back that's first, second, third down. I want to be that type of defensive player. I do not come off the field for nothing.
And you were. You can play the run equally in the pass.
Yes, sir.
Well, last one on this whole thing. Can we not – is it impossible to execute a quarterback sneak?
No, it's not impossible, but you got to practice it. Do they practice it? It's 1 yard. Why do we line up in 6 yards from the goal line? Like, I don't know.
That's foolishness, man.
Like, do the quarterback sneak. They haven't banned it. Just do so. Like, let's do it. Do we have a
simple stuff, man?
Like, why are you looking on the computer like, oh, look at this, 4th and 1 on the goal line. What if I did this?
Right.
What if I did this right here? Wouldn't this be cool?
How can we trick them?
It's just dumb.
Got his playbook. Let me see something. Right.
Here you go, baby.
He got his playbook over there like this.
4th and 1. 4th and 1.
Hold on. Ah, God dang. 4th and 1. 4th and 1.
Man.
We got 11 seconds. All right, Caleb, do this. All right. And now, damn, we don't know what to do. 4th and 1. Man, we got one play. Let's go. We're running this. Let's go.
Come
You're
on.
foolishness, man.
It's not hard.
You're killing me.
I know your fullback is out. That's cool, but he's probably going to be out all week. I don't care if y'all get a package where you got Billings lined up at fullback. Let him lead up on somebody.
Thank you.
Boom. We right behind that. If you can get around this 330-pound up, like, cool. I'm behind him.
It's not rocket science.
It's not,
come on, man. Stop all this
Seriously.
position football. And we got man, I got a 330-pound dude that can move his ass. I'm behind him.
There it is.
I think we get a standing ovation for the Briggs grades today. I thought it was a great job. Deep dive. Let's go.
I appreciate you.
Give it up for 55.
As much as he's saying that, he agreed with most of the grades.
I agree with some of them.
Yep.
What would you give him the coaching?
I think there's more put on the players than on the coaches.
A C?
No, I'm saying we're talking about 3 plays in the game or 4 instances where the coaches could have made better decisions. Well, shit, there was 100 difference. So they made a 96. Shit, like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, come on. I mean, yes, there were bad things made, and yes, some of them are weighted a little different than others.
Yeah.
But we got to hold the players to the same like scrutiny and the same grading scale if we're going to do that.
Agreed.
We got guys running wide open and we're giving them a B. I just don't see that. They run for 150 yards, so the front seven ain't doing nothing. We got guys on the back in the secondary. They are allowing receivers to run wide open. They ain't doing their job. So how the hell they get a B? You know, but it's the professor. So sometimes the professor come in and he done had a couple seltzers and he just don't know. I mean,
Listen.
Now he coming to school drunk now.
Listen.
That ain't right.
Listen, there's a lot of there's toxicity from coast to coast, you know, in the educational system. Okay, the professor, listen, he works hard. He works hard at getting these grades out. Okay, and he takes a beating sometimes from guys like you,
Absolutely.
but it's okay.
Yes.
You know what? Because the grades are final.
The grades are final. I know that, but that's what burns me because the grades are final, and sometimes I want to come in extra and get that extra credit so I can move that grade either up or down, and it ain't happening. Professor ain't even allowing it.
Because the professor's not accepting any milkshakes or apples or anything like that, so you can get a better grade. Sorry about that, buddy.
That's integrity right there.
Integrity, yes.
Herbie, I know you got some plays that stuck out to you that I'd love to hear you go through and have these guys react to.
Yeah, 100%, man. Well, first of all, let me lay the premise on this, and I want to run this by y'all just to make sure y'all agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think any football game comes down to 5 or 6 plays. I think any football game is won or lost on 5 or 6 plays.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you never know when those 5 or 6 going to hit. Might be first play. People tend to remember the last play, but it could happen anywhere in between. So I go through the game every week, and I find the 5 or 6 plays that I thought were the reason the Bears either won or lost. Play number 1 yesterday in the Bears loss to the Colts up at Lucas Oil Stadium. Help Cairo help you. I know I talked about this already, but help that man help you.
Yep.
Bears got the ball 0-0, 10:30 left in the first quarter, 2nd and 7, the plus 39. They run that fake pitch, screen pass to DJ, 1 yard. Then they come back, incomplete. No help for Cairo on this kick. He missed the 56-yarder. But we knew he was going to miss the 56-yarder.
We knew it.
Before you left him with a 56-yard kick.
Yep.
We knew that.
Yep.
So I'm not saying you got to run it on 2nd and 3rd. But on 2nd or 3rd, let's get that man some insurance. Help Cairo help you.
And you know his length.
You know
so
it.
as coaching, and you say you go out there and do it anyway, all right, and then he misses it.
Set him up for failure.
Right. Coaching.
Yeah. And I gotta believe you talked to Coach Hightower. Coach, can he make this? Hightower gonna keep it a buck. Only if he hits it perfect.
Yeah.
Coaching.
He back on the coach. Good job, Professor.
Thank you.
Play number two. Got to be quicker than that. You got to be quicker than that. It is the Bears ball scores 0-0, second quarter, 9:41 left. It is 3rd and 4 at the plus 27. Caleb is late on the out route, and that thing gets picked off by Jalen Jones on the sideline. Looked like it was at least his 3rd read. He's pat, chopping his feet. That's cool. I'm glad you get into your progression. But if you get to your progression, and the last one is this out route on the backside, you cannot throw that. You can't be late on the out route. You got to be quicker than that. Any corner in the league is going to step in front of that pass. He lucky he didn't see it walk back down the sideline because he could have picked 6 that thing. Got to be quicker than that, kid.
It's learning. Learning experience.
For sure. Play number 3. Vision and the feet, man, from Jonathan Taylor's. Colts ball 0-0, second quarter, 8:26 to go. 1st and 10 at the plus 29. JT got the touchdown run. Zone right, cut back, nasty jump cut. I know you had it on TJ.
You know, I've had nothing but good things to say about TJ up until this point, but TJ's got to make that play. All right, he's the edge defender on that. He closed down. He just didn't close down fast enough.
For sure.
You know, and listen, you know, it was well run. It was a great jump cut by Jonathan Taylor. But you've got to crash down. Right now, he shuts that down. There's no touchdown. They don't even get yards on that play.
When you're a gap defense, that jump cut don't mean nothing, man.
Right.
Because if everybody running through their gap,
you know what you're supposed to do.
Jump cut right into a face mask. Right into the face. That's fine. I don't care about no jump cut. You do your jump cut.
You're going to jump right into this.
But if somebody running downhill and
this
in
hit
their
stick,
gap, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yes, it was a great play by him, great move by him, but we all understand. If you watch football enough, you understand running backs are like water. The weak point or the weak spot, the water always finds it. And he will find it. Good running backs will find it. So when he presses that one gap.
You
and
know,
makes it look like one
there's
thing.
only one space that he can go.
Right.
You got to
Yes.
you got to close right now.
So when we get the film, we know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
That's why I love gap defense. You can't hide.
Hey, man.
You can't
That's
hide.
why we do the key plays. It ain't just about who made the plays, it's about who didn't make the play, man.
100%.
You've been his biggest supporter.
Yep.
No problem you critiquing him on that piece, man. Play number 4. What the fuck? Bears got the ball, score 7-0. It is the second quarter, 2 minutes left. It is 1st and goal at the +4 yard line. Bears go 11 personnel.
Second and goal. You said second and goal?
Well, right now it's first. This is the whole thing.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha,
I couldn't pick one play.
There you go.
I could have went with the 4th down. I could have went with the 3rd down. This is the whole thing.
Gotcha.
First and goal, whole thing. They go 11 personnel. You get the wildcat. You get down to the 1. You go 2nd and goal. They go some type of read option. Caleb gets stuffed. He probably could have kept and got around the edge. That thing was blocked up pretty good for him. 3rd down, you get 165-pound DeAndre Carter against the edge rusher. He got dog walked as he will every single time you put him in that situation. Not his fault at all. And then we've discussed 4th down ad nauseum.
Although, whose fault would you say on Carter?
Offensive coordinator.
Okay, coaching. Okay.
Yeah, what you got something different? I can feel it. I can see it in your face.
No. I just wanted to double down on that. Double down.
Coach.
I was trying to coaching.
Coaching, huh?
Yeah,
So the coach. So
I want to say that.
if you're gonna run the ball,
I walked right into that.
if you're running the ball, if they're running the ball on this side, there's a different block that you can make in that situation. And when I was playing down at New Orleans, and I'm gonna get around to the point here, about 30 seconds here. So Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator, he would. The whole bounty gate thing, the money was for if you made the right block or the right tackle at the right decision. So how many times have we seen 4th and 1, 4th and inches, they play action, throw the ball in the flat to the damn fullback catches, he drags the damn corner for a yard and gets the first down.
Right.
The right tackle is not to hit him up high. The right tackle is to hit his ass in the knee and he going down, right? So in that particular situation, Carter
got to chop him down.
He's not making the right block.
Yeah.
You can't stand up and block him like he's a receiver. Cut him.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So I don't know if he's being told that or if he just made a decision to not do it. I don't need to do it this time. Yeah. So I can't say that it's the coaching fault in that particular situation because he didn't make – that is not a block I'm finna tell him to make in that situation. Now, the way he made it.
Wouldn't it be safe to assume since he blocked that way, that's the way he's being coached to do? Block?
No, I don't like assuming.
I don't.
And I'm not trying to absolve him. If it's 100% pie in that particular situation, I'm putting 70 at least on coaching. If you want to give him 30 for technique, cool. But putting that man in that situation against that other man, I don't like the odds. I just don't like it.
You got to cut him. You don't need him to block him. You need him to get in the way. He didn't get in the way. Standing up, you ain't getting in the way. He's just taking you right back to where you need to go.
Well, it sounds to me like you're either coaching it or you're allowing it to happen.
Oh, my God. I can't argue with that.
What's up, Carman? I got 2 more.
Before you get into that whole goal line, and our GM, Jake Flanagan's bringing this up, it was 4th and 1 at the 5. They ran Roshan. He picked it up. How do you not use him? You are not making sense. You needed a yard really bad right there, and that's what you did. Now all of a sudden it changed. It just doesn't add up. I don't understand.
No, it absolutely adds up.
Okay.
If I run Roshan 4 plays in a row, I mean I get the first down.
Yeah.
Then I run him 4 times in a row. Well, shit, anybody can do that. I need to be cute. I need to make sure I gotta call some stuff that anybody can't call.
Right.
It's easy to just keep Roshan in there and just run 3 plays downhill. Let's go do this again, and then do it again, and then do it again. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But offensive coordinators now, ain't but one that came out and said it that I've heard, and that was Shanahan. Shanahan blew it when he was at Atlanta in that Super Bowl against New England. He blew it, and then he gets to San Francisco, and they get $100 million Garoppolo. And then they have him throw the ball 8 times in the game. And then they ask him, whoa, what's going on? Why didn't you? Man, I don't give a damn. You see, if that's what we got to do to win the football game, that's what we got to do. It does not matter. And I think that's what it is. You gotta do something that makes it look like, well, can nobody else do this but me?
Well, so that was floated early, like week 1, when you were seeing what they're doing. This dude is trying to impress everybody with his genius so he can be a head coach someday. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that dude is doing that because his personality is not that one of a head coach. Like this is Shane Waldron is not a head coach. I'm sorry. day one offensive when he was introduced, that guy is lucky to be an offensive coordinator, let alone in front of the room. So it doesn't make any sense to me. But then maybe he is. Maybe he's just trying to show everybody how smart he is.
Impress me with a W, man.
Yeah.
Impress me with a W.
Yes.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. You can have the 363 yards. You can do whatever you want to do. You can run all kind of cute, whatever you want to do. Win the damn game, man.
Yep.
Play number 5. Y'all told me. The great ones don't care, AB. You said the defense don't got nothing to do with what happened on offense, don't got nothing to do with what happened on special teams.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
The situation is the situation.
Correct.
Here we go. 7-3, the Colts are winning. It's the third quarter. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 9 at their minus 34-yard line. This is after the offsides extended the drive on the 4th down, right? Now, I could have made it about the offsides, but y'all told me the great ones don't care, and that happened at the 34-yard line, the minus 34-yard line. That's too far away from the end zone for me to make that the play. Y'all could have stopped that. You know what I mean? Y'all could have stopped that. The key play that I made it to be was the misdirection on the screen to Jonathan Taylor. He gets 25 yards, gasses the defense. 2 plays later, they get a touchdown. Now, they had also hit that play to, what's that kid's name? Something's in here somewhere. They threw a pass to the kid who got down the sideline. And Nah. It was named Grandson.
The tight end. It was a tight end, right?
Yeah. They hit Grandson down the sideline too on that one too. But that
40 yards.
But that screen pass, gas the defense. That you can see them all. They all out there gas. Boom, 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 boom. 2 runs in the end zone.
Okay, so when you take the field, it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. You got 3 downs. You can get off the field again on 3 downs.
Right.
Now, if you allow them first down now, well, that's you.
Exactly.
Like, get off the field.
Yeah.
Like going back and looking at what the guy wouldn't have lined up off sides or jump as if he think he gonna block the damn kick. You ain't blocking no kick. Yeah. Like, back up. Like, understand the situation. Right. We can't give them the ball back. If we jump off sides here, they get a 1st down. Back up.
He blocked the one. Yeah. He blocked the one in week 1. He thought he could do it again.
But here's the thing: when you go in there defensively, because they're gonna you go through the game and you go through the particulars of your goals and what you tried to achieve. When you look at what they did, the Colts were 3 of 12 on 3rd down. That's very, very good defensively. Yeah, sure. So those particular plays, that's critical situation. All right. Now, look, we were great on 3rd down, but in our critical situation, we'd allowed this to happen, and this led to this. All right. Now, if we add that into part of that 3 of 12 or made it 2 of 12, all right, we win the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the level of excellence that are required from this defense in order for us to win.
I do want to ask y'all this, and I'm 100% with y'all on the standard is the standard. That's why I named it this one, the great ones don't care, right? But you did your job. You got your 3 plays. Y'all just got off the field. You just unsnapped your bucket. You sit down, and they like, back
defense.
Up. Yeah. Like, what?
Do it again.
What happened?
Go do it again.
Buddy jumped off. Now he's back out here for 3 more.
Yes.
And then next thing you know, they throw that screen to Jonathan Taylor. And
But see, that's why it happens. Why that happens is because you're not focused when you go back out there.
You're still pissed that you're back out there.
You're still pissed off that you're back out there and why
you gotta
you're out
let
there.
it go.
You gotta let that go. But that doesn't matter.
But it's human nature. Like, yeah, you gotta let it go. But it's like, dude, I'm exhausted.
But you're too important. But you're too important of a player.
Yeah. So be 12th in the league in defense. You want to be number 1?
Okay.
You got to be this way.
Okay.
One of our coaches asked us when we were playing there on the field, and he asked one of the rookies, one of the young guys, that was starting. He said, "Hey, what's your job?" And he's like, "Well, in this run, he was like, I have to hammer the C gap. I have to hammer the C gap, right?" And he was like, "No. It was Gilbert that was asking the question, right?" And Gilbert, he goes to me, turns, he goes, "Lance." He's like, "What's your job?" He's like, "My job is to make plays. I'm a playmaker." And he was like, "That's what He said, "That's what I'm talking about." It's like it starts up here. Starts up here, and he knew it. We didn't talk about this before. He just asked me that question, and then he turned to the rookie and said, "That's what we're looking for." That's why the next play is so important. That's why you have to let it go. Let that stuff go. You're going to hear it. Like when you get to the sideline, you're going to hear it from your teammates. You're going to hear it from your linebacker coach, D coordinator, the head coach, and then move on.
Hey, that's another opportunity. Now, you don't want to be in that opportunity. You don't want to be in that situation, but it is an opportunity, man. It's an opportunity. Like, you just got off on 3rd down. Maybe they got a sack or whatever you did. Let's go get another tackle for loss. Let's go get another sack. Like, it's an opportunity to go show what y'all can do.
You got to get out of your head.
Defensively. Don't worry about what they do. You got to get out of your head.
That's going to screw you up.
That's why y'all were the defenses that y'all had back in the day. Last one, woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Ooh.
It is 14-9. Bears got the ball. It's fourth quarter. 6 minutes, 52 seconds left. It's 1st and 10 at the -18. Strip sack by Latu. Beat Cole and Mercedes, in my opinion. Rome was coming open, right? Bears had scored a touchdown. Defense got to stop. Get the ball back again. We finna go down there and take the lead. All good vibes. Kid goes through his process. He climbed the pocket. You see Rome breaking open. Latu come around thing. Let's stop all this noise right now, right?
Yes.
They had a chance. Maybe they would have went down the field. They should have went down the field. Could have went. Don't matter, right?
No.
2 things happened. Y'all had Max Pro. There was 7 people in blocking, but y'all end up with Cole one-on-one with this DN. Now, I don't think he was supposed to be one-on-one. I think him and Mercedes were supposed to combo him. They walked down a DB into that gap, and Mercedes worried about him just for a second. And then Cole took an inside step just for a second. Both those 2 things together, enough for that rookie DN to come around that edge and get his hand on that football. To me, that was a ball game.
I hated everything about that play, just for the record. One, Caleb's got to know that you got 2 tight ends on the edge there. So if he's maybe
that's veteran knowledge, though. I mean, I know he knows it, but for that to be like
he had the ball, he had the football though for a while back there. Like just slide yourself a little bit to the right. That ball's got to get out. I mean, I get that he stepped up and he's getting credit for stepping up. But I think the ball's got to be out.
Or up. Or up.
No.
Or even up.
Just climb.
Or even up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
You'll give
Caleb's
yourself.
fault.
We're saying things that could have happened.
A little
We're
bit.
saying that everybody has a piece of it.
He's got to get rid of it.
piece of
AB,
it. He's
does he not?
out of it.
He can't get rid of it. There's a certain amount of time a play takes to develop.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got it.
It wasn't like he was late on Rome. Rome was just popping.
Okay.
He wasn't late. He did everything he was supposed to do. He didn't pump fake and then go. Like it was.
He hit his drop.
5-step drop.
He
step
climbed.
up, and then the ball got hit.
Okay,
But
maybe
you also one of the things too, quarterbacks you practice all the time is feeling that pressure.
That's
and
true.
so when you feel that pressure, you will push yourself up even further.
Bro,
You know, there's a
stepped
pocket.
up. He
It's all
got
a
max
pocket.
protection.
Listen.
He got 2 guys on the backside on the deep.
I'm not
They
saying it
didn't
was
get the
I'm not
block.
saying it was Caleb's fault. We're not saying it's Caleb's
No.
fault.
Don't say we ain't, because that is exactly what my man just said.
I didn't
He
say
said it's a little bit his fault.
I tell
No,
a little.
I don't think it's his fault at all.
A little.
If he wanted to divide that pie, Caleb got to have the smallest piece.
Absolutely.
I
That's
agree.
the
Smallest piece.
Agreed. That's what I'm saying.
Like crumbs of that pie.
I agree.
Crumbs.
Sometimes that's all you get.
I can hear that's being unfair. If you're gonna say it like that, I'm not gonna push hard and say yes, it was.
I
his
just
fault.
need you to block. I need you to do your job.
But he's coming from a ways away over there. I mean, it wasn't like he's coming right up the middle on him. To me, it's like he's coming. Whatever.
From at what point? So he got to take his drop, his 5-step drop, and then he steps up now. But as he's stepping up, he's going to deliver the football.
You're only feeling
So
pressure from one
this?
side, though. You're only feeling pressure
How about
from
85 and Mercedes blocked the damn
Absolutely.
guy?
That's
Like,
number one.
That's number one.
That's
That's
number
it.
one. They did a great job defensively coming on.
We don't know how that play
making
plays out.
Mercedes question it. Right.
Yeah.
That was great. That was smart.
Well, let me ask you another question then. There's another thing I'll say that's unfair. I don't understand why Mercedes loses on the football team. He is scuffling to. He said multiple false starts. That play right there was bizarre. He's 90 years old. You had a bunch of tight ends that were playing well in training camp. Stephen Carlson was playing. Bates was playing well. I get that he's a great leader. I get he's had a phenomenal career. You want to even make an argument for playing that long that he should deserve some Hall of Fame consideration. I'll hear it. But right now, I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's hard for a position player 20 years in.
20 years,
That's
19. He wants to play one more.
19, nah.
Especially when every time you bring him in, you throw the football. You bring him in for 13 personnel and you throw the football. Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
And also, isn't he supposed to be the blocking tight end? If you're going to put him in that spot, shouldn't he be on the outside and Cole's on the inside? Am I missing something?
It makes sense to me.
I'm missing where you cut a young tight end that could be a project that you could be you could be grooming, you could be like helping come along.
It's the reason they kept Reddy over Strowman.
Right. I mean,
like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?
They got massive love for Mercedes. That's cool. Make him a coach.
Yeah, for real. Get that man a polo and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, all right.
There was one honorable mention play.
Ahead.
Somebody, I saw it in the comments too. And I had it on my honorable mention, and it was the strip sack that the refs negated by saying forward progress will stop. I thought about putting it on there, but They blew it dead. Ain't nothing what you want me to do about it. They blew it dead. But I feel somebody put that in the comment. I feel you too. That was in consideration. But on the TV copy, which I had to watch late last night and early this morning, was you could hear the whistle a little bit. They blew it dead. It is what it is.
All right, let's get some super chats in here because we are on the clock here. Blackhawks coming up. We'll start at the top with Jeremiah, $5 with a Wingstead coming in here. What offensive line prospect taken after 9 is performing good enough to justify taking at 9? Alt was gone, and the Bears had no capital to get to 5 for him. There's 5 of them that were picked, Jeremiah, and to be honest, I mean, I'm not watching them every week, so I don't know. But
I don't know how Ola's doing, but Ola was up there.
Yeah, so
just as high.
Maybe you're making a good point.
You're also talking about it's not an apples to apples thing. You talk about a different draft plan going into it, which looks like trading down or whatever it may have looked like. There were different things.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Exactly. We're teeing up the philosophy here, and how do you want to protect your quarterback or help a young quarterback get off the ground. Bristol BB 1999. Biggest issue is expectations versus reality. New offense, rookie quarterback, and questionable all-line. Yet we expected what a 10-plus win team. Hope they turn it around. AB and I don't know.
You know what that is? That's a gator.
Oh, the gator.
Yeah.
My bad.
Come on, bro. Don't be like that.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go. I hate.
You're awful.
I'm killing you today. Caleb sucks, and
yeah, seriously, that's Caleb fault. He got hit in the back of the head. Oh, that's Caleb fault. God,
made one play where I just think, you know what happened? I walked around Joe's on Weed Street right at that moment in time. We get the football back. I was so fired up. This is it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. What? We couldn't even get through one play. The ball's on the ground.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we
couldn't block. Just max protection. We couldn't block.
All right. I want to blame everybody. $20 super chat from Matt. We got our first glimpse of the future Caleb to Rome, and it's a very bright future. This team was torn down to studs a few years ago. I'll still take 9-8 with an eye on a breakout season in 2025. I would sign up for that too.
It's a good $20 spent right there, baby.
There you
Appreciate
go, Matt.
that.
Chubbs 82. What you angry about today? $5. Here it is. I don't want to hear about Johnson until Herbert starts getting at least 10 carries a game. His resume has several 50-yard runs, and he's a 5-yard per carry guy. Dude did lead the NFL in yards per carry at 5.7. I've said that 1,000 times.
Nothing wrong with having a lot of good backs. Use them.
Yeah, and at the goal line for a yard,
they do different stuff.
Yes, I mean, come on.
I'd like to get one good back. Just give me that one horse, man.
Y'all had them dudes. Y'all had the Thomas Jones and the Bensons and the Fortes. Like,
give me a horse, man.
The Saquon Barkley.
2 minutes to play in the show.
Right.
2 minutes.
$20 in the show. All right, let's go.
$20 from Kevin Carlson. I believe in polls. Caleb is only going to get better. In my opinion, this team has enough talent. The running game plan is bad. Questionable coaching, in-game decision-making. If coaching steps up a bit, the wins start stacking. Well, hey, all right, Kevin. I think we all agree with that. Yep. What else we got here? Crystal for 1999, our hero. Hey, guys, had a great time yesterday. The Bears must do better or I'm going to need a break. With that, I'll see you guys Sunday at the tailgate. Lastly, Herb, we're going to try this again. Love you guys.
We're going to try it again. We're going to run it bike.
Run it bike.
Yes. Run it bike.
Herb's he's just been straight, stepping on Crystal at this point. Just not showing up. I mean,
thanks, Carl.
Probably need to say that in a better way.
Thanks,
Guy Finley, 25. Oh, Don T, $10. What's up, Don T? Do you see this team beating the Packers, Vikings, or Lions? Is what I think you wanted us to answer. I'll answer that question. Right now, I think it's pretty clear the Bears are the 4th team in the North. I mean, right at this particular time.
Yep, 4 out of 4.
Yeah, I mean, you can't run away from that at this point. Maybe it'll change.
Vikings look really good.
Yeah,
Vikings look good. Blew out a Texans team that we lost to a week ago.
Packers are winning with
their
backup quarterback. I I
they're running.
Detroit won
running
the division.
It down their opponent's
The Packers
throats.
did have 2 quarterbacks playing for them yesterday. They had Malik Willis and Will Levis.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Why would you ask that? You know that. You know we 4th right now.
I like you getting angry with everyone. Get angry at everyone. Let's go.
Come on, man.
$25 from Guy Finley. Goal line coaching told your right tackle to whiff and fail, your right guard to be late and blown by, your center to whiff and fail, your left guard to bite out a swim move and fall into your left tackle who left his guy who was late to the linebacker that blew up the play.
All right.
That is what happened, guy.
That is.
In the middle of the show
Clear
when they
as
were
day.
talking about it,
That's
I
what
watched
AB
the
said.
I watched the play 100 times over here, and it is. If you want to have a good laugh, go watch that play 100 times because you literally can look at everybody and be like, "Oh my God, that's what that dude did." And yeah, fair enough. Zero Demon, $5. AB, who wins more games this season, the Gators or the Bears? LOL. Ooh.
Wow.
Bears.
Burley.
Bears. They got
More
they got
games.
17 games, so they better win more. Shoot. The Gators will win 8.
Great question, though.
The Bears will win 10. We're good.
Dude's coming at your Gators.
I know.
You just took that
I'm
out.
turning into a positive. See, that's what I'm doing right now.
Water off a duck's back. I got you.
Good job.
Pepe, what's up? $5. Flus is completely outclassed by every coach in the NFC North, and he's easily the worst coach in our division. Don't care how good the defense is. There's the Flus fallout on Monday after a terrible loss. Big Ditka energy. That's interesting. I've got a new profile name. Also great for fantasy football. Congratulations, Big Ditka. Way to go. And that's good. Eli Sherman, $4.99. Feels like the staff didn't even watch the Indianapolis versus Green Bay film where Green Bay runs all over them. Wouldn't you try and copy-paste some of that in the run?
Copycat league, man.
You would think, Eli.
You would think.
All right.
Not Waldron, though. He want to do his own thing.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of fun. You battled. Lance,
Job,
Herbie,
job.
ton of fun. Hey, this is your Monday show. Briggs and Brown on Thursday. Hogue back in here tomorrow. And I'll see everybody in the Discord this afternoon for further conversation.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Have a great rest of your day.
We all silly like the mayor.